Hey, welcome to this episode of Talk the Talk JR. I appreciate you tuning in. Hey, so in the last episode we talked about a few local athletes and how I'd like to interview them, and I brought up an interesting fellow by the name of Butterbean, which I met, and I just wanted to make sure I pointed out that I put his card up here, numbered card. He's a pretty interesting guy. So today with us, very interesting, and I hope we get into some great information. I have Miss Jen, owner operator of Jen's Grill, and I have Mr. Jen. No, just kidding. His name's Doug. I have the Gardners with me today, and this is going to be great. So if you want to take a few seconds to introduce yourself, that would be wonderful.
I'm Jennifer Gardner, and this is...
And my name is Doug Gardner, aka Mr. Jen. A lot of customers know me from the restaurant by that handle.
Okay. So I think just out of curiosity, just for me, where are you from? I'll start with you, Doug, just because you're closer to me.
Okay, I was born in Bloomington, Indiana, where the Indiana University is. Go Hoosiers! And I think it was Monroe County Hospital in 1973.
Okay. What about you, Jen?
Me, I'm from the great little town of Sulphur, Louisiana.
Sulphur?
Sulphur.
Ah.
And it was actually named after the sulfur mines, and it literally was mined for sulfur. And so I'm from there, and it's about 20 minutes from Texas. A lot of people know Lake Charles. There was a big military base in Lake Charles a long time ago. So it's just right on the other side. I kind of grew up on a bayou there, kind of almost between the two, but that's where I'm from.
So I don't want to any way diminish that about Indiana, but I'm going to be very honest and very open with the ones watching and yourself. I don't really know much about that area, so but I will. I kind of know about the South. I would say. Were was it still active mines when you were born?
Well, I don't know, because I was like 0 1.
Sure. Oh, when you left?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I was born in '74, so I don't know when they stopped mining.
Okay.
I don't think they were still mining out there, but the town smells like sulfur. There's sulfur in the water. There's all that kind of stuff. So I don't know really when, as a kid, you don't really know anything about that kind of thing.
Okay.
So,
well, when did you pack up from Hoosierville?
I had a lot of help. I was only two years old
Right.
when my family moved to Pensacola. So I've been here for 50 years, and obviously this is home.
So right here, or did you move into the city?
We lived off of 9 Mile Road across from the Northeast Pensacola, the NEP ballpark. So that's where I was raised.
Well, probably then it wasn't, but now that's town for me.
It is town, yes. Since we moved to Molino, that is, we want to go to the big city.
Which is 9 Mile Road.
9 Mile Road.
You're
That's
so-
right.
Okay, Jen, your turn. When did you actually leave Louisiana?
well, I married him, moved here.
I rescued her.
So I was 20. Yeah,
Okay.
I was 2 months into being 20, and we got married, and he was from here, I was from there. So
Okay,
you
so
want to know that story?
Now I'm gonna unravel this. That's gonna happen. I see the little
The
thread, so I'm gonna pull it. So
Gotcha.
how did a young man from Pensacola? Now I do have to ask this. It's a beach town. They got a lot of summer vacationers. You went all the way to Louisiana to a sulfur mine to pull your wife, or did she vacation here to the beach and you pulled your wife? I'm just curious.
All right, I have
Tell me the story.
I have a close friend who met her cousin, his wife now, at a
National
church
Youth Convention.
convention, and I
Okay.
think in Atlanta. And when they got married in Louisiana, I was one of the groomsmen, and I walked with her.
I was a bridesmaid. He was a groomsman.
Hmm.
And we got married a year and 2 weeks later. So
Okay.
yeah, it's been nice.
And how? I mean, I'm going to ask this because that's kind of a. Besides the white picket fence and the little house with the dog, running in the yard, that's the fairy tale, right? Like I would assume.
Yes,
So-
I mean it was nice getting out of the little town,
Right.
and coming to the big, large city of Molino.
Well, how many movies starts off with, the groomsmen and the bridesmaid meet, and then they're the next wedding and
Yeah.
all that. So that's just that's what I meant. But so how long have you been married?
Go ahead. 31 years.
Let's see if he remembers.
I'm
folks.
thinking, I realized what I did when I asked that. I'm sorry, Mr. Jen. So,
Hot seat here.
yeah,
No,
Ooh.
yeah, 31 years.
okay.
Yeah.
I passed.
Yes.
So, you obviously at 20 did not go to school here.
No.
So you attended school all in Louisiana.
All Louisiana. I went to Sulphur High.
Okay.
And college, I started college at McNeese State.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cowboys.
That's it.
Yeah. Yes. So you know McNeese State?
I mean, kind of followed a little bit of
Yeah.
colleges, but yeah.
Yeah. So there's actually a couple of big name players come out of there, but yeah, it was it's
Sure.
college, but yeah. So that's
And then she had additional schooling here.
yeah. I finished my degree here at Pensacola State.
Okay. And you went to school here in the area, obviously at 2, so.
Yes, I started college when I was 2.
No.
Yeah, all of my elementary early education was kindergarten through high school at Northeast Christian. I went to school. My entire schooling through grade school was in the same building at a Christian school.
So my son is a part of the Escambia County school system,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to coach at a Christian school here in town.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say it out loud. I had to step down due to some stuff going on personally, but East Hill Christian.
Yeah.
So, and I say that because what I noticed was 25 kids were in my son's 5th grade class. I don't think there was half of that in the graduating class at East Hill. So I'm going to ask you, what was your graduating class number?
2.
2. Like, seriously?
Yes.
2.
There's 2 of us, and we obviously went to school from kindergarten through high school. The both of us did. Still close friends. They live in Molino, and I'm not even going to mention who was valedictorian.
I was about to ask that. Okay. Good for you. Hey, I'll tell you what. Now, how many students were in your graduating class? Do you remember?
I think it was like 350, something around there. It wasn't huge,
Welcome to the big city, Jen.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is it so? Do you have any? Is there any
But
fond
we did
memories?
have high school,
Right.
like separate from middle school.
Right. That's what I mean. What I meant by welcome to the big city of Molino is 350.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a
Any fond memories, maybe?
Yes. Small school,
Mhm.
and my brother, of course, and a couple of family members that moved down around the same time. We were all from Bloomington, Indiana, which is the basketball mecca of the Midwest. So we were die-hard basketball players. I mean, even though we were undersized and no one was grittier than us, and we used to play East Hill. That was a big school to us in basketball, along with against a lot of other Christian schools. But that was character building because it was a David and Goliath type always, being in a Christian school, it gave a lot of protection from some of the traps that maybe some kids fall into. Because I was very sheltered, and looking back, I wouldn't trade it. It also allowed me to be part of the National Honor Society because it let me focus on a lot of things that I was maybe excelled at more than others, and it was a great experience.
Is the National Honor Society, you have to be like top 5 in your class?
Because it was a Christian school, I had.
I'm just. Look, you throw jokes out all the time, so I figured I could slide that in. But isn't there a criteria? I thought.
There is. So because we were a small school, we were part of a Christian school organization all through the, I think it was through
Panhandle Christian or?
the Northeast,
Okay.
because we were even paired with schools in Tennessee.
Okay.
So I had to submit a lot of papers and different projects to that organization in order to be selected.
Okay.
I didn't do any of that.
None. None. You just showed up to McNeese State. I think they're green and white.
Blue and white.
Blue and white.
Well, they're blue and gold.
Blue and gold. That's
white,
right.
yeah.
I'm sorry. And you just, I'm here to be a cowgirl. I'm a rocket. And then you came to PSC.
Yes. Mhm.
So, did you end up leaving NEC? Is that what you said? Yeah, NEC, Northeast Christian, and go into PSC, UWF. Did you do any
Yes,
of that? I don't want to call you out. I'm just asking.
Sure. I started dual enrollment through at Pensacola. It was PSC, and
Together?
no. This was while I was still in high school before. we
Okay,
met.
a dual enrollment. Okay, I'm sorry.
And when I turned 18, my graduation speech, I mentioned that I would like to get into financial service business, maybe banking. And there was a lady by the name of Glenda Weekly. She's kind of well known in our parts. I think she just recently passed. And Glenda heard that, and her kids were attending the same school. And soon after, she got me a job with the bank that she worked at. It was Great Western Bank, turned into Regions Bank. So
Okay.
that's where I did 13 years of hard labor
At a bank?
at a bank. Yeah.
Maybe your definition and mine's just a little. So when you went to school, like, did you work at all before your career, before your college took you somewhere, or did you do anything?
No, not really. My mother owned a little shop, a little like gift shop in old downtown Sulphur.
Okay.
And so after school and stuff like that, I would just kind of help her out there a little bit. Didn't do a whole lot. That was in high school. In college, we had some friends of ours that their son went to the McNeese State daycare school they had going on there, and so I would pick him up in the mornings and take him there, and then pick him up when I got out, take him home, and then watch him for the rest of the day. So that's kind of what I did in college. After,
Sure.
it wasn't, a whole lot, but I didn't really have to work. I just did, do that. So it really wasn't what I consider work, but
What
I've done a lot of work
So,
since.
and we're gonna definitely gonna get there. And I know we were talking about it, and I like to. So I'm gonna be honest, and I like to keep. Am I imagining things? But I like to keep things, pretty easy going. But we talked. I like to keep things under an hour. 59 minutes max. The crazy part is I don't take commercials. I don't do any of that because it's all free. I want people to get free stuff, and I want people to hear other stories. This is like
Sure.
your show, right? So out of college, and you went to college, what did you say, hello world, this is what I want to do? You are a banker. You just want to count money. I know it's hard and you have blisters, but what did you want to do?
Well, I got a business degree because when I moved here, I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
And and I didn't know the town, didn't know anything. So I moved here and it was just like, boom, here you go, live in this apartment. So I'm going stir crazy because I'm not a person to just sit all the time. I can handle about 3 days of sitting and then I need to do something.
Sure.
So I signed up with Landrum temporary service, because I didn't know anything. I've never really had a job before. So I didn't really know anything about the working community. So I did that. My first job with them was at the bunny booth in the mall. So that was
I
interesting.
don't know what that is.
The bunny booth in the mall.
Yeah.
Taking pictures with the Easter bunny.
Oh, Bunny Booth.
Bunny Booth.
I didn't know if you
Yeah.
you were selling rabbits. Like I didn't know where you were going with that.
So yeah, so that was interesting, and
Okay.
and I'll just say it was interesting.
Were you the bunny?
No, I was not the bunny. I was not the bunny, but
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, so after that, I went to work for some friends that he owned a company, and his wife was like, the secretary there, and she did everything, and well, she didn't want to be there 8 hours a day, so he hired me to come in and just kind of, answer the phones, do a little bit. Well, she got to start coming in less and less, and of course, I took over everything, so then I become the office manager. So, and then it turned out to be a very large company, about a $20 million company, and I had about 5 people under me at the end, and then they had another company that I pretty much, they built duplexes and things like that, rented them out. So I did all of that. I did that whole company by myself, plus the other company helped manage that, billing, things like that.
So office manager in the first one, and it sounds like property manager in the second.
Property manager in the second. And I
Okay.
did a little bit more than that, but it's, it's nothing major. And
Sure.
then, so I left there, and when everything kind of the economy, what was that, 2010?
Eight.
Eight? Okay. So everything kind of went down. I left there, and then I actually went to Lowe's. I had a bunch of people calling me, asking me, to come to work for them, but, I ended up going to Lowe's because they offered a really great health plan, and
Okay.
And also pay for the rest of my college and things like that. So really great incentives, and I actually made more money working there than I did sitting in an office.
Sure.
So, because I went in as a sales specialist, even though I'd never done sales before. But
She's good at it.
I'm can talk to people very easily, and I just kind of and I knew a lot about a whole bunch of different things, So they put me in plumbing sales, and so of all things, and but
Now is that the contract sales area, or was that the sales floor?
it was the sales floor.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they have what they call fashion plumbing,
Mm-hmm.
which is the toilets and the tubs and the faucets and all of that, all the stuff that you see when you walk into a bathroom. And then there's the rough plumbing, which is everything behind the walls and
Right.
everything. But they had never had anybody that actually made any of their sales goals, and I almost tripled my sales goals every single month. So within 6 months, they moved me to flooring. So I was like, okay, let me learn flooring, and I kept up in sales with flooring, and was there for 3 years.
Okay.
And the schedule was not conducive to a nice family life, especially with my kids in baseball and things like that. Some people that I knew opened up their own company, and walked up to me one day. I was like, hey, you want to come to work for us? We need an office manager. And I was like, yes, but I need this amount of money. And so they gave me what I needed, and so I left there, but was with another construction company for the next 4 years.
Okay.
So then Thomas, with Thomas Henry,
Henry Holmes.
Thomas Homes Corporation, that's his
Oh.
brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
Henry Holmes is his brother. Yeah, please do not confuse the two.
I'm sorry. So when let me go back. It sounds like when you're at Lowe's, and I'm not. This is not downing Lowe's. Don't take this wrong.
No, you're good.
You learned plumbing really well. You were selling. You were breaking records. They said, well, since you understand this, let's move you to flooring.
Yes,
It sounds like a government
absolutely.
job.
Yes.
It sounds.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes, very close.
don't take that wrong, Lowe's. So,
Very close to that.
we got you figured out. Get over there. Okay.
So, yes.
You said you went to Henry.
Yeah, not Henry Homes.
It's Thomas.
Thomas Homes.
Thomas
Yes.
Homes, okay.
Yes. So they built a great home, and I was there I got my real estate license there.
Oh,
He asked me if I wanted to do.
Here we go.
I know. He asked me if I wanted to do real estate, which he brought me in for something different, because the two construction companies that I worked for was actually commercial site construction.
mhm.
So I knew a lot of the companies I worked for two different companies for 16 years, so I knew so many
Sure.
of all those people. And so he brought me in to kind of help set up his development side, because he was getting his development side started up. So, as I said, if you want to start with minimal people, these three people can do everything. So he ended up hiring those three people and used those three people for a very long time. Did a great job for him. But he asked me within a few months of me going there, it's like, have you ever thought about getting your real estate license? I said, well, I did, but I said, I never felt like I could really, with a family, go,
Like
commission. Yeah.
7 or 8 months with no income
Yeah,
while you're building your business.
commission based instead of, I'm like, I need a paycheck every day,
Right.
or every week.
Right.
So, so I got my license with him, and I ended up being with him for 14 months. And then one day I went out on my own and went to Keller Williams.
Oh.
So, yeah. And but I got my license in 2015 and went to Keller, and then got my broker's license in 17. So
Okay.
I'm actually a Florida broker associate. I don't have my own brokerage.
Okay.
And then I got my Alabama license, so I'm actually licensed in Alabama. And he actually got his license as well, so he's actually a Florida realtor as well.
Huh.
And we are both active, and we both still do real estate on top of the restaurant.
That's
So
amazing. So
we are with Levin Rinky right now. both of
Levin
us.
Ricky. Okay. So you're out here hustling. So I'm gonna read this again. I'm just gonna throw this out there, and I'm gonna go over this. And correct me if I'm wrong. Bunny Booth, office manager, property manager, Lowe's, Thomas Homes, real estate broker, associate.
Yes.
Okay, and you're still active as a real estate with Levin Rinky.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we're covering at the moment. That's where you're at. And the whole time you were a banker.
No.
It's okay. So I got banker, and you were like, "I'm just ready to put in these
I know,
hard
he
days of
just
work as a
stopped at
banker," and you
banking.
stopped. So now, all right, let's get some gear
So
up.
13 years with Regions Bank, and while I was working there, I was a salesman, and it was obvious, and so they
For the bank?
Yeah, for the bank.
Okay.
Yeah. So any programs they had where we could make incentives, I was all over them, and that opened the door for me to become in some of the financial service products like annuities. They offered to help me get my insurance license to do that. So I obtained my insurance license, and then when I did end up leaving the banking industry, I dropped into the insurance industry for 8 years.
In property and casualty or in life?
No, in life.
Okay.
So I was a life insurance broker for 8 years.
Okay. Here?
Yes,
Obviously.
in Cantona.
Okay. What for who? Do you mind me asking?
No, Terry Anderson, and he has his own agency.
Okay.
And so I worked under his umbrella and for Terry, and those were good years.
And he was an agent, so he
still is.
What I meant, maybe not an agent. He was
He's
a
a
broker
broker.
that
Mhm.
shopped out to different.
Yes. So
Okay.
So that's what we did is we were licensed in a lot of states, and we would just shop for price for the best
From
price.
different carriers.
From all
Gotcha.
different carriers.
Gotcha.
right.
Okay.
And Terry's been doing it for a while.
He's
really
still
good.
active.
Sure.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. So, banking and insurance,
Mm-hmm.
life insurance.
Then we went through the downturn with the market, and selling life insurance is a great market, but whenever people or struggling in '08, that was a tough economy. So if you had to choose between buying groceries or buying life insurance, you're going to pick.
Ramen
Groceries.
noodles are coming first.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I mean, I say
Yeah.
that. I say that, but
The
like
Oriental ones,
it's
the Oriental brand.
Yes,
Like,
but I say that, but I'm being serious because it wasn't just buying groceries. Like you weren't buying
Absolutely.
shrimp at that point. You were buying shrimp ramen noodles.
yes,
Like,
yes,
and that's
absolutely.
yeah.
So
I'm
I
with
faced
you.
that. I was on commission, and I made the decision that, or we made the decision that having a steady income with some security and benefits was really important at that time. Our kids were still growing at home, and so that started my Gulf Power, Florida Power and Light career. So I was
Now
there
here we go. Okay.
for
Yeah.
10 years. And
Were you- Power pole worker, hotline
no,
worker.
no salesman. So
Here we. I
I,
see a
start,
trend.
I started.
Yeah, he's great with sales.
I started in the payment office. Thankfully, I was never a call center rep, but and hats off, that's a tough job. But once again, they had incentive programs. And they started saying, okay, for every outdoor light you upgrade to LED, you get a certain dollar amount. I blew that out of the water because I had a lot of contact with a lot of customers every day. It was just nonstop, and finally they shut the program down and transferred me into this lighting sales. So my job soon after was visiting HOAs, businesses, and putting up parking lot lights, street lights, lights in people's driveway, things.
Safety lighting or whatever
It
it
was.
is. Okay.
So that was 10 years. And just to be completely honest with you, the COVID mandates was more than I could stomach, and that was before then. I obtained my real estate license, and rather than fight the big brother, I chose to, and it wasn't our local people. It was the corporate office that was mandating things, but I chose to step out with her and do real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us up. I still have an active insurance and real estate license.
So, the more that I'm gonna lead into something with this statement, but the more that I've gotten to be around you, and gotten to speak to you, and not I don't want to use the word understand, but maybe gotten to be aware of who you are. How have you kept working together, living together, being together so genuine and not, I've seen it go to where it's just, not, it's oil and water, right?
Goes to dust in the wind.
But you guys are together almost every single day, and I'm gonna say something here, and they're probably gonna hit me afterwards. But even when they're not working together, I've seen them in town together, and they eat together, and they're together, right? So
Everything
that's a
we do is
testament.
together.
That's a testament of a
It's
unit.
too much. Way
It's
too
a,
much.
it's a strong unit, but how?
Some
but
days we're
how
like,
do you
"Oh,
do
God,
that?
can I do this?"
Like
Okay.
that is very commendable, and it's a model, right? So I'm curious, and now I'm being serious. You can probably hear it in my voice, so I'm just
I
curious.
would like
about
to
that.
address that one. First of all, both our parents, there are no separations, divorces, and not saying anything negative to people who've been raised in that environment. I mean, it's a real thing. But so we had extremely positive and Christian examples to follow. So not being together, not working together was never an option. So when you approach it from that way, you make things work. Now, she is very strong about learning something until she's the expert. I lose patience. So we go in, we do something at the house for a little project. She already knows she's an expert on 9 out of the 10 things. And my job is to hand her tools and clean up, and that is my thing. I've got to have everything in just exact.
I'm the fix-it person.
She is.
Forever.
So any
Not
project.
that he can't do it, but
Any project we have, we both we make a great team. I've told her that 100 times. Now, personality-wise, I'm aggressive. I'm the salesperson. She is not the aggressive person, so she lets me blow off steam, charge and all that stuff, and then she
I'm
just
not really good at clenching it off. Just like this.
so.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Having opposite personalities lets us both exist in the same room.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the last thing is, we worked separate all of our careers until we got
Okay.
into
Real estate.
real estate.
Yeah.
And it made me appreciate her knowledge. Of course, has her broker's license, and she's teaching me real estate. Once again, I'm on the learning bus and she's steering as usual. So, and then right into the restaurant business where she's Big Mama Jen and I'm Mr. Jen. So, we work well together.
Sure.
That's
But that also comes from a foundation that was built at a wedding when you were the best man and she was. Well, I'm being serious. So when I say that, and I know I was smiling, but you had, I for one, marriage is work, right? Because if it was easy, everybody would do it, and a lot of people try it, doesn't work out. But you two have found something that I recognize that is magical because you're able to do.
Well, there's a lot of give and take.
She takes more.
Yes.
The aggression.
Yeah. But I do a lot of smiling and shaking my head. You'll see me smile and shake my head and say, "Oh goodness," And
She's like,
so,
he may not be much to look at, but he's drinking milk.
Anyway, so
He's a strong
anyway,
Maybe one day.
so it's how much I look at it as how much does a person want to work at staying together, because it's just what do you want to make of it, and you can make it amazing or you can make it horrible, and so I would rather focus on making it amazing and making every day be, not that we don't argue
Sure.
or
No.
get aggravated or agitated at each other, but it's, we try to do a day or two of being agitated, and then after that it's like, okay, babe, hey, let's go do something.
It's hard to carry that kind of plan out whenever you work together every day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's hard to hide that too because so much of your life is on display.
Right. Absolutely.
We got to hit the reset button
every day,
all the time. Just like, okay, what's the next challenge?
So your model, your love story. How many kids do you have?
We have two.
Two. Okay.
Two amazing sons.
Okay.
We have 4 now because they're married. And
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
The daughter-in-laws
Yes,
are our
and
kids as
yes,
well.
and
Right.
I do claim them as my children. But originally two
Okay.
boys, and they're close and they're a year apart in age, and but they couldn't be more opposite. I mean, they're really like opposite, but they are both great in every way.
They're driven, hardworking,
Yes.
Christians. They're married with kids. They're I'm proud.
Yeah.
You said kids?
They-
How many
They
grandkids
have
do you have?
Yeah. 3 grandkids. Yep.
3?
3 grandkids, and we have two boy grandkids and 1 girl, and
Pebbles?
2 boys. Pebbles.
Pebbles.
Yes.
She's the
She
one with the
looks-
Not
little
Bam
hair.
Bam, it was Pebbles.
Yes.
That's
Pebbles,
what,
right.
so,
Yes.
and I'm sorry, but I saw her at the restaurant and she had her hair up like this and it looked like Pebbles from,
Yes, she
I'm not being
does.
like negative, I'm being funny.
From the
It's just cute.
Flintstones.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is.
She's the cutest girl in the world.
She is. She's my little heart. And my 2 grand boys, they are absolutely amazing. I love them both, and they're the best things ever because you can love them and send them home. And
They come in the
Shake 'em up.
exactly.
they come in the restaurant and tear that place down.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
They
boy.
do. They just they run our lives, and we are so happy that they do,
Sure.
because they're our little hearts, and they're the best things in the whole. I told my kids, I said, I love y'all more than y'all could ever know. I said, but your kids are even better than y'all are.
And
So,
a shout out to our daughter-in-laws.
yes, and they're
Parents,
amazing.
because that no matter where the grandkids are, they're in a safe, structured environment.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of
Our
security.
kids did great picking wives.
They really did. Or they picked our kids. I'm not sure which
Yeah.
one it was.
Brownie points.
That's right.
So we have discussed, and that's great. I love that for you guys, and that's and we have brought this up. It's hit the table, it's hit the mic, it's hit the camera a couple times, and we keep saying restaurant, we keep saying and Mr. Gin, and we keep saying all these other things, and I'm gonna hit it, right? I
Okay.
mean, started
Yeah,
as
'cause we haven't
friends,
got
went to Jimmy's. I guess the ultimate question is, by now, the big city and the nightlife of Molino.
Yes.
What made the Gardners be the active owners
Yes.
and operate? I'm just going to call it a landmark, because
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, where else are you going to go? But
Exactly.
you got a little country
I should have
store in there.
renamed it France. I literally should have just renamed it France.
But
that
now
would have been amazing.
but now it's yours, and
Yes.
it's Jen's Grill.
Jen's Grill. But we all own it as a family.
Sure. I mean, that's why they're in there.
Yeah, yeah. My
So-
kids own it with us.
Our
Everything.
daughter-in-laws.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what? Hold
What?
please. Bunny booth, office manager, property manager, real estate broker, associate,
I did some
Lowe's,
superintending in there
Tom-
as well.
Thomas Homes, real estate.
Forest Homes.
No, I got to go back over here. Bank salesman for the bank, insurance, life insurance, Gulf Power and Light salesman, real estate. So what do you? Restaurant. So what brought this about? If you now we're going to get into the meat of the heart of Molino right here.
Yeah.
Here's what set it up. She, being the real estate agent, I had a relationship with a gentleman in Molino named Howard Sutton. He's Don Sutton's dad, or he was. And I met him when I was in banking on 9 Mile Road at Regions Bank.
Okay.
And he invited Jennifer and I, and then our 2 kids, to come up and fish at his pond off Angus Lane, I think it was. So anyway, over the years, I stayed in touch with him through all, a lot of the banking and insurance years, and he was a sweet fellow.
Okay.
And then later on, Jennifer, at one time for Thanksgiving, baked him several casseroles and took it to him because he didn't have a lot of family.
He was sick that year.
Yeah.
And he couldn't go have Thanksgiving with his family.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh no. So of
She
course
takes care of people.
I baked pies and a cornbread dressing and a this and a that, and brought he and his daughter like Thanksgiving spread, set it up. So
He loved her, obviously, and he tolerated me and the kids.
and when we would go fishing, he and I would sit. He had a swing
Okay.
underneath the trees.
Sure.
They would fish and wreak havoc on his pond, and Mr. Sutton and I would sit in the swing, and we would talk.
Swap stories.
Absolutely,
Oh.
So
we talked.
That
Oh.
allowed us. We were big.
We were buds.
Atlanta Braves fans, and he got us several times into the Braves Stadium for free, and we, because Don Sutton was a son and the announcer for the Braves, we got to sit in the booth and enjoy that part of it. So fast forward, he became sick, and then when he passed, his son Ron, who we're still close with, called and said, "Hey, Pops, Mr. Sutton had a request that Jennifer list his property as a real estate agent, and I'll be a pallbearer," and we were honored, absolutely honored to be asked to do that. So, and then she.
So I listed his house and the property on Angus Lane, and the property on Angus Lane sold like that because it's a great piece of property. And but the house took a little longer, and of course none of them lived here, and so none of the kids lived here, and so we but told us kids, hey, we'll go up, we'll go to the house at least once a week, check it out, make sure everything's good, that type of thing. So in the process of doing that, we would always come and walk through the house, make sure everything was good, and then we'd walk the property.
Yeah, and I helped their son mow it
Yeah.
a few times in the backfield.
Yeah, and so so we helped him out with that and things, and so he fell in love with the property. So we bought the house.
It's in 9 acres, and it's right on 29. You can stand on our front porch and see the restaurant.
Yeah. So anyway,
That's what.
Okay.
That's how the cards
Yeah.
started to fall in our direction.
so of course,
So
So-
you own Papa Sutton's
yes, house.
house. Okay.
So of course I gutted the house.
Sure.
So I'm giving you the whole big
Yeah,
long story.
that's fine.
Okay. So I gutted the house. It had no load bearing walls, so that's amazing for me. So I go in and literally like day one sledgehammer.
Mhm.
And because
Remember, she's an expert on everything.
yeah, because there was like
And your
the
cleanup.
whole front, yes,
Yeah.
the whole front was like
Oh.
4 little rooms, and it's like, what am I going to do with this? I can't do nothing with it. So, so I gutted it, closed in the back porch, all that good stuff, So in the process of all of that, we had nowhere to eat because we had no kitchen.
Mhm.
And we had a makeshift kitchen for a really long time, and if I showed you pictures, everybody would laugh and go, oh my goodness. And so we ate at Jimmy's Grill a lot. And so we become really good friends with Jimmy and Gloria, of course. Gloria's his wife. And so we became really good friends with them. And so Jimmy came to me one day and said, hey, I'm looking to sell. You want to buy? And I've always wanted to own a little restaurant, but something very small. Something very small. But that's not too small for your first
Well, I
restaurant.
was curious. Does that equal small?
No.
Okay.
No. But it's not huge, but
Sure.
it's not small.
Right.
Because you can squeeze 100 people into that building. And so, anyway, he, like, over and over and over for about a year. We want you to buy it. We want you to buy it. We want you to buy it. We want you to buy it.
And he wanted to keep it local, and hats off to him.
Yeah, and he wanted someone to stay true to the Friends and the Jimmys and the, and that type of, not that there wasn't other people that wanted to buy it, because there was, but they wanted to just rip it apart and change everything about it. And I get it, he wanted that legacy to kind of hang with the place.
Sure.
Of course, I tried to keep it, I'm from Louisiana, so and I cook, I cook different than they did.
And I'm overweight.
Yeah. Well,
You
so
must like the cooking.
I like the eating.
so anyway, so I changed a few things. The way that they're cooked, I still carry most of the same stuff.
Sure.
I've added to their menu, but I've changed some of like how it's cooked or
But
what we use to
Let's
cook
get
it.
back to his offer for you to come work for him.
Oh, who, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh, so
We skipped that.
so yes, totally skipped the whole part. So sorry. So anyway, so he said, "Hey, I'm down a manager in front of the house manager. Why don't you come see if you like it?" Because I told him, I said, "Look, I've never worked in a restaurant. I've never even been a cashier or a hostess or anything at a restaurant." So I said, "Let me see. Let me go look and see how it is." So within 2-3 weeks, I said, "Hey, we'll buy it." So I absolutely love it. Hands down, love it. Pain in the butt every single day? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I do love it. I love the people, love the community, love all of that.
There's a lot of employees that have stayed with us that have been there for a long
Yeah.
time.
All the servers stayed, everybody stayed, because I didn't want to get rid of anybody.
Sure.
Because I'm the type of person that if you're with us, if you work for us, you're our family.
Mm-hmm.
And I will do anything for everybody there. Love them all. And so I wanted them all to stay. I wanted everybody to stay. Not that people haven't left, and not that I haven't let some people go. I mean, it's
Sure.
it's how it is. But it doesn't. I still stay in contact with people that's left. So anyway, I mean that's how I am. I love
So
love like family.
I knew Jimmy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's
Great guy. Yeah.
great guy.
Mm-hmm.
We're all special, different, whatever. Great, wonderful guy. I don't know. I'm serious, and I am too,
Yeah.
and I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to ask a question. And so
Sure.
he approached you to sell. It wasn't you going to ask to buy.
No.
So he
came to
he
me.
wanted to move along.
Yes.
I think.
I was
Yes.
dragging my feet. That was
Mhm.
not. I was not sure.
No, I'm asking
Yeah,
that
well,
because the reason I'm
yeah,
asking that is I just want to make sure like that I
Yeah.
heard you correctly.
Yes, he came to me. He told me that he wanted to sell, and for
Okay. I don't do the amount or nothing like that, but
Yeah.
I just want to make sure
Oh,
that
no,
I know
I wouldn't
that.
tell you that
Good,
anyway.
thank you. But I just want to make sure that he approached you or somebody and said, "Hey, I
Yes.
want to sell." He was thinking about moving on anyway, but he wanted the
He
integrity
was.
of what was already built with Fran's and Jimmy's
Yes,
to stay.
to stay as much as it
As much
could.
as the
Yeah.
new owner would
Exactly.
comply. I got you.
exactly.
And he probably could have sold to an investor for more money.
Sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
From out of
Yeah,
town,
mhm,
but
yeah,
it was
he could.
important to him because he and Gloria put
Yeah.
so much into that restaurant.
They did. They
that
put their heart and soul into that.
It was important for him to
and-
see it
yeah.
continue in that manner.
But and I think I think the important piece that's maybe caught my brain fibers. When I say that is I would go in and Jimmy was there and can I tell you a funny story?
Absolutely.
Real quick about
Yeah,
Jimmy's?
Yeah.
So we move here and I go to eat out there and there's certain things you don't do. You don't go to Kansas and eat seafood.
Absolutely.
So just
We
one of
did
those
that.
things, right?
Yeah. We did
And
that in Colorado one time.
It's
get it.
just one of those things you don't
I
do, right?
get
So you don't go to the country
Yeah.
and everybody looks a certain way and order lumpia.
Absolutely.
I've traveled. I have some really good friends that make really good lumpia because of certain reasons. I said, no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Well, out walks a lady, and I said, who's that? And they were like, well, that's Jimmy's wife. She makes the lumpia. And I said, fire it up. Let me get some of that lumpia.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and there's
She's from
reasons
the
I'm saying
Philippines.
this. Yeah, she's Filipino. So it's Filipina. So
Yeah.
but the reason I say it's a funny story is I would have never ordered that at a small country restaurant off the middle of Highway 29 in Molino, but I did because I saw who was making it and her
We
mom.
sell a lot of
And
lumpia.
now
Yeah.
Miss Laura,
Miss
Laura,
Laura, mhm.
that I saw yesterday at the parking latte, we were talking. She said that she learned exactly how they made it.
Yes.
And if you're not
Gloria
familiar,
taught her how to
yep.
make it.
And she
Yes.
said, but I do know this. If you're not familiar with lumpia, it's very tedious and it is terrible.
Yeah. Very time consuming.
Yes.
That's why it's
And
expensive.
it's hard on your phalanges
Yes.
and your hands.
Yes.
But we were talking about it yesterday. That's why I wanted to tell you that
Sure.
story. But she
Yeah.
told me that she was trained by her, and I don't notice any difference. And
Yes,
we had that
yes.
conversation. So thanks for that.
Yes. Yeah.
Miss Laura makes all of our pies
yeah.
as
Yes,
well.
yes, she did tell me that, but I was hinging on
Yeah.
that
Yeah, the
lumpia
lumpia,
story.
yeah.
But that is a maybe a piece of information that I didn't fully understand.
Mm-hmm.
That it wasn't an approachment of like, hey, I'd like to buy this. Time for you to go.
No.
So
Oh, no.
he was already looking
No. He was looking to sell.
to walk.
Yes, he was looking to sell, wanting to sell.
Sure.
In fact, he asked me if I knew people.
Anybody that
Because
okay.
Yeah.
as a real estate
as a real
agent,
estate agent, because
Yeah.
I don't do
Right.
commercial real estate and business real estate sales. So their business selling a business and selling commercial is actually two different things.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't do that, and so I set him up with a couple of people and that type of thing. But he asked me, hey, you want to buy this? Hey, you want to buy this? Hey, you want to buy this? So I had a couple of meetings with him, that type of thing. You know, walk through the restaurant, walk through the kitchen. So anyway, but yeah, he's the one that approached me
Okay.
quite a few times about purchasing this. I didn't hold him down and beat him down and make
No,
him
no, I
sell.
just wanted to make sure I was
Yes,
understanding.
yes.
I have no idea about
Yeah.
that part over here that's filming us. I just want to make sure I understood.
Sure.
But I do
Absolutely.
want to say, and I want to say this before I go and ask the next question. I want to say thank you from me for keeping that local vibe. That
Sure.
even though you're real estate agents, you work for contractors. Look, we might be on different sides of the fence on that discussion, but keeping that small town vibe and that tradition, especially hearing your closeness with your family and how family oriented you are, I want to say thank you for keeping that and keeping that small town feel, right? Now the next question I'm going to ask, and it's kind of going to be towards the end of it here because I've got to wrap it up,
Sure.
but I did notice new menus
Yes.
when I walked in. Now, this is about the restaurant. Is there
Yes.
any, like, maybe some new dishes, or like, I know you did new menus and you're gonna have to change them if you do it, but maybe like specials that you could throw out once a week? Any new breaking that maybe you could release here? Maybe any thoughts? Come on.
Well, there's a few things that we've started lately, which in the last few weeks has been brisket.
Brisket, okay.
Yes.
That's the best thing I've eaten
Yes,
at that
it's
restaurant so
so good.
Brisket,
It's
okay.
so good.
Smoked.
Yes.
Is
it's
it
so
on the
good.
menu?
It's not on the
Special.
menu.
Got
It's
it.
a special.
Is there
we
certain
do-
days or just random?
She tries to do it on Thursdays when
Okay.
she can. Now we do have specials every single day.
Uh-huh.
And we do have some, like Tuesdays is
Country fried
steak special every Tuesday. Jimmy had it every single Tuesday. It's actually the same country fried steak. Tried to change it. Molino hated it, so I brought it back. So
we're happy again.
anyway, yeah, it's fine as long as Molino loves it. I'm good with it. But there are some certain specials that are set days, like Fridays, bang bang shrimp. Every single Friday, bang bang shrimp. This is the same recipe that they had.
Yeah.
Type of thing. I do it a little differently, but the bang bang sauce is the same.
Sure.
I cook the shrimp a little differently, and we serve it a little differently. Customers seem to love it, but anyway.
She has a lot of Cajun dishes that are specials too. That,
Yeah, and I do gumbo.
along with our customers,
yeah,
I love
yeah.
those.
You know, and being from Southwest Louisiana, I've made a lot of gumbo in my lifetime. I've helped my grandmother make it. I've helped my mother make it, which they made it two totally different ways. But I kind of have my own way that I make mine, and so it's kind of a mesh between the two, I guess you could say, and then my own little flair, and then but it's really good. And there's other things that and I am very much so, if it's gonna be Cajun pasta, it needs a little heat. Needs a little heat.
Okay.
Sometimes we get a little more heat than what it needs to be, but it's still
Okay.
but yeah. So we also, one thing I do want to have, which I have not told my my
Yes,
my
I
kitchen
love new
manager
stuff
this.
right here.
Yes, haven't told
Right
my
here.
kitchen manager this, so she's gonna love it. I would love to do some, like, we do these fries,
Okay.
and they're not on the menu, and they're like fries with mac and cheese, and we take our chicken strips and we fry them and cut them up and stick them on there, and buffalo and ranch and all nice, yummy, good stuff. And then, but I want to do one that's a steak version, that's like French fries with like
a shaved steak or like
yeah,
steak pieces?
Yeah, shaved steak. Because
Cool.
we have a steak on the menu now,
Yeah.
by the way. And we also serve that for breakfast. We serve a 4-ounce steak and eggs for breakfast. Our breakfast menu has totally changed. It's amazing. We've got
Pork chops, chicken.
yeah. You can get grilled pork chops. You can get grilled chicken. You can get just about anything we carry. I will do for you. If you come in and say, "Hey, I want this," I will try my best to make it. But so anyway, a shaved steak over French fries with some queso and some barbecue sauce. And yes.
That sounds. You said barbecue sauce, and you're doing brisket on Thursday.
Yes, and you could do
You
brisket
could do brisket
fries.
on the fries with
You could
queso
do-
and barbecue sauce.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you come in and you want something special, come in and ask for me, and I will make it happen.
Hey,
So-
look! I'll tell you what. What a lovely afternoon we've had. I hope you've enjoyed this. And we got to hear the order of fries with steak, queso, and barbecue sauce. Brandy,
Sorry, Brandy.
go to work.
Love you.
John, can I plug something?
Yeah,
real
plug it,
fast?
plug it, plug
Okay.
it.
I know Molino is sick
Got
of
her.
waiting, but we're rolling out Dougie's Pizza in the near future. We've got a
Yes.
few inspections that we're waiting to happen,
Yes.
but it's going to be in the same row of buildings, just on the end. And we're going to try to copy some of our menu that works really well onto some pizzas, like the triple pig pizza, things like that.
Yes.
But anyway, it's getting close.
Cece's has a macaroni and cheese pizza. They have a taco pizza. Maybe you could do the macaroni and cheese, chicken fingers, and sauce
Oh,
on a
yeah,
pizza.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Because the vehicle to get all of that is just the dough.
You know
That's
what?
the vehicle. That's it.
We
I'm just-
are
anyway.
looking to
Anyway.
do a pizza special every month.
The Josh special.
So-
No, it's not
Yes,
us. No.
yes.
No.
And so a pizza special every month. If a customer wants to suggest a pizza special every month, absolutely. We will run it.
Maybe put in a suggestion, and then
Absolutely.
maybe
Suggestion
Pebbles
box.
draws it,
Yeah.
and maybe
There you go. Exactly. And whoever gets, and they can put their name and phone number. Whoever
I don't
gets,
know.
yeah, whoever's pizza gets drawn and read, they get a free pizza for their suggestion of the pizza. We might do something like that.
When you're plugging the pizza joint,
Mm-hmm.
is it Doug's or Dougie's?
It'll be Dougie's.
Okay, Dougie's.
That
Now-
was our daughter-in-law's suggestions. I
Okay.
believe, yeah.
Now, can I ask? I'm going to ask this, and then I'm going to move on to closing this out. But when Dougie's opens,
Mm-hmm.
can I then go to the restaurant, Jen's? Is there going to be seating inside Dougie's?
Yes.
Okay. If it's full, can I go to Jen's? And when I open the menu, will there be a chance to order pizza at Jen's? I'm just curious.
It won't be on the Jen's menu, but we will have some Dougie's menus there. And if somebody wants a pizza, we can put it in over there.
Absolutely.
And then just put it in a to-go box and walk it over. I mean,
Okay,
it's
so
literally
if
like
I'm eating
10
at
steps.
Jen's, I will be able to order a
Absolutely.
pizza.
Sure.
Okay.
So
Why not?
if your wife and yourself want to order pork chops and your kid wants pizza, we can cover it all.
There you go. You heard it.
Yeah.
So Dougie's soon. You can eat pizza in Jen's. You
Because
can
we'll only have 12,
order it.
12 tables.
Delivery.
Working on that.
Okay, so not sure about delivery. I'm just asking. I didn't,
That's dine in and pick
hard
up.
question. Dine in and pick up right now. Look for soon fried fries with shaved steak, queso, barbecue sauce. She said it, not me. I just asked. Brisket Thursdays, and maybe you can get some brisket on those fries. I
Yeah.
think that sounds great. But hey, at the end of every show, I know we're running real close. I like to plug a local business. I do this. There's no monetary value to me on any of this, but I will say this: Wilson Services, right here, up on 97, the Atmore Cutoff, 97A. Is it 97? Highway 97. Lumen Wilson. I'm going to show his card here. That way you can pause the video, zoom in. Great man. Met him back when I first got here. He was over here at the Molino Ballpark. Just like this wonderful family, he has taken a leap, and he is trusting himself, and he is letting open a small business on his own, and that's his business. He's at the corner of 99 and 97 up there, across from the Dollar General. Small, basically lawnmowers, small motors, tractor repair. Go see him. Tell him hi. Been in the community a long while. Does a great job on motors and whatnot. So I'm going to tell you, but right now, what a great afternoon I've had with you two, and
It's been fun.
what a model that you present to the public. And again, thanks for keeping some traditions alive up there, and showing people what it's like to be a unit.
Hey, and we wouldn't be anything without the community support. So that's who we owe so much thanks to, because people gave us a chance. Anytime there's a change in business, there's some apprehension, and we have customers that come in twice a day. I mean, they're wonderful people. We do appreciate them.
All right. Well, on behalf of the Gardners and myself, thanks for tuning into this episode, and
Thank
I'll
you,
see you
Josh.
again next week.